And we're live in the early hours. We back? We're back. We're live the early hours of Sunday morning. It's about 12:30 a.m. I'm outside walking the dog. For those of you who, for some unknown reason, have clicked on this dodgy thumbnail of my face, it's because obviously I'm holding my phone, and when you want to choose a thumbnail, it doesn't give you the option to choose any default thumbnails. YouTube, you could work on that. Instead, it takes a picture of you straight away, and I just 9 times out of 10 just don't care. But moving swiftly on with that, I'm out walking the dog, and I got to thinking: is that when is Christmas done? When is Christmas done for you? When is it finished? When is it over? When do you take down your tree? This is the thing, because we're taking down ours tomorrow, because we've got a lot to do after tomorrow, and it just seems to be a bit of a surplus to requirement. I mean, it served its purpose. It was up for a couple of weeks, you see. Presents went underneath it. The kids got excited. It looked all pretty. The lights were there. It was decorated. And then Christmas Day came around, and all the presents got opened, and gifts that were there for other people got distributed accordingly. And now it's just there to take up space. And so what do you do? I mean, I know there's 12 days of Christmas, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a firm believer in the season of goodwill to all men, women and children, and people who identify as broccoli. But I want to know, when is Christmas over for you? Do you leave it until the absolute last day of Christmas? Do you leave it until after Christmas, like well after Christmas? I remember last year. For those of you who know, I drive buses for a living, and I haven't been for a few months now, but I will be soon. And I drive up and down parts of Peckham, parts of Dulwich, parts of South London, and I see, over 8 years, I've seen people keep their Christmas trees up and decorations up until March. So is Christmas done for them? I don't know. But when is Christmas done for you? When do you take down your tree? When do you decide enough is enough? When do you stop picking at turkey and Christmas pudding and mince pies? When do you give it all up? When do you start thinking, right, it's all over, it's done, I've got about 350 odd days until the next expensive event? When is that time for you? Today I spent from 2:30 in the afternoon. Let's try and get this. My lens is really dirty. From 2:30 in the afternoon today until around about, I don't know, let's just say 6, half 6, 7 o'clock, cooking the carcass of my turkey, which was bloody delicious, by the way. And I decided to turn it into turkey noodle soup. You see, this is just what I do every year, and I think most people that don't want to waste a turkey or a goose, because some people like goose at Christmas, instead of throwing the carcass away, these are the options you do with a turkey after Christmas. You either cut all the meat off it and then have an absolute loads of turkey sandwiches for the next week, or it's turned into some kind of turkey curry. And I know someone out there's going, he's bang on the money. And there's other people like me that want to make a nice, big, rich, warming, hearty turkey soup from scratch on a low simmer for about 4 to 5 hours with onion, carrot, bit of garlic, a bay leaf, some mixed herbs, a pinch of salt and pepper, and just let it simmer. Then strain off all the meat and bone that you put in there till you've got just the broth. Then all the meat they've already removed from the turkey, put that back in chopped up, and let it simmer on a low heat for another hour. It's a very long process, but my God, worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. In the words of Tribor from Final Space, today I made a turkey noodle soup. Was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it was worth it. Yeah, it was good, you know what I mean? Admittedly, I did make a lot. Me and my son Jack, we ate a lot of it. And then the rest of it, I gave to my neighbour. Because I don't like seeing good food go to waste. And I know it's good food because I cooked it, you see. And I thought that they'd appreciate it. So hopefully they do. And that's not a problem. But for me, personally, I think now that the turkey's gone, I mean, don't get me wrong, I did save a few shavings of the meat for a turkey sandwich tomorrow. You know, just the absolute last day of that turkey lasting. I might throw it away. But to be fair, you know, for me, the end of the turkey, when the last bit of meat goes, that's the end of Christmas for me. It is. You see, but it's different things for different people. So I'm taking, not me, say I'm not taking the tree down. My other half is taking the tree down tomorrow. I'm going to stand there and offer to help, at which point it'll be, no, just get out of the way, I'll do it. which is what it'll be. And my meagre pickings, my meagre offerings will be more than likely put in the Christmas tree box back in the cupboard for another year. That'll be it. But the thing is, that's a job in itself, because we all know that when it comes to putting if you're like me and you don't have a real Christmas tree, and you have the same tree in the same box, and you use the same fake tree every year, you know that when that box goes back in the cupboard, you'll put it back in that cupboard and you'll think to yourself, right, I'll leave it there, love. It'll be a little easier to dig out next year. No, because you'll put it back in the exact same spot that you had it in before. And then all that hard work you went to cleaning out that cupboard, making sure there's space, you'll put it all back. And then when you want to dig the tree out next year, you'll have to dig all that crap out the cupboard yet again and have the exact same conversation with yourself again. Yeah. And I know there's some people out there thinking, damn, this guy he's so bang on the money, he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's done this before. Yeah, and then there's some of you that are thinking, I can't believe this man would say such a thing. Ugh, the very idea of a fake Christmas tree. Ugh, absolutely ghastly. I have to have a real Christmas tree every year. And it has to be the most expensive, luxurious spruce. And the smell is divine. But the the trick's on you, because you know that expensive non-drop Christmas tree that you spent £70 on, at least as a minimum, you spent £70 on the most expensive tree you could find, the non-drop Christmas tree, that magical Christmas tree that never sheds its needles. You see, you put it in your living room in that special pot that holds it upright. You've put a tiny bit of soil in at the bottom, and you've put water in at the bottom as well to stop it from drying out. Okay, you've got waterproof LEDs all over it, you see, and once a day you get your light bottle of water and you give it a spritz. You give your Christmas tree a light spritz of water just to keep it moist. And when you go to dispose of your horrendously expensive Christmas tree, we all know that the second you move it, every single one of those pine cones are gonna go fuck you. Notice I didn't add the C and the K there. And they're all gonna fall to the floor. And then you're gonna spend the next 20 minutes sweeping them up, hoovering them up off the floor, is what you're gonna do. And then spend the next 2 weeks finding them absolutely everywhere. And then you say to yourself, I think next year I'll get the fake tree. It's too much hassle. And you never do. You never do, because you have to have that tree. There's always that one person that has to have that tree. But that's okay, because at what point does that person decide to take that tree down? When is it done for that person? When is Christmas done for you? Leave a comment down below, please. If it's your first time joining me, welcome to Real Talk. I have had a rebrand. It was Chris's Real Talk, but now it's just Real Talk with Chris. If you do like what you see, or if you think it's kind of interesting, drop a subscribe, please. I'd appreciate that more than anyone. And I've got an absolute huge catalogue for my small channel, which you can sift through and have a gander at the videos there and hopefully enjoy. Anyway, I hope everyone has had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope to do another video before the year is out. And I wish everyone has an absolutely wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Take it easy.